My Night Protector returns with cobwebs. Our home grows stronger. Ah, the cobwebs. You've... Depart and let...
You look like a worldly, well-travelled person. I'm not wrong, am I? Of course I'm not. Tell me, would you be interested in some... Then let me introduce you to a one-of-a-kind... I assure you, you won't see anything like this anywhere else on Avalon. Here's an authentic Four-Dweller's tooth. And look, a bone from Sir Galahad's little finger, along with many other riches.
wanderer in the sunken village. You must be lost. Back in the day, you just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. Now, even they are misplaced. Monsters? I think you misunderstand. I don't see any monsters here, only lost villagers, still clinging to their home. It's sad, but as you can see, not much depends on us. The world just keeps on happening, and you happen along with it. They were given some... I'm glad they allow me to stay here despite what happened. I like this place. It's the cycle of life. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're afraid, it means you're struggling with something too much, my friend. Sometimes you just need to sit and look. Watch everything turn. Island Asylum? I don't remember being there, not clearly. But when I look at you now, out in the world, freedom is a gift even when it feels heavy. Enjoy it. I guess I'm just an old man listening to the sound of the sea. Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers, others are roars. I like to think they're keeping me company. Long ago, I decided to wait for something to happen. So I'm waiting. For what's ahead. I have everything I need. The sunken village was not always sunk, so I know that some druids did it. Specific individuals, although their names have long been forgotten. This is no great mystery, my friend. Among others, this wouldn't have happened if not for Camelot's desperation. Hey, many tragic decisions were made. I don't know if the word was so unambiguous or if its interpretation failed. What happened on the fields of the charred conclave wasn't just about the flood, my friend. It was about things and forces we don't understand. That's a good question. Maybe they burnt during the charred conclave. Maybe not. Nevertheless, the punishment was delivered and justice prevailed. Once again, the world was made a better place. At least that's what those who set fire to the stakes preach. All in the name of the Word. You'd have to ask those responsible for the flood. Who knows what's going through people's heads? Maybe someone ordered them to do it. We'll never know. Long ago enough for people, and yet recently enough that this place still reminds. Now the village is what it is, and the past has washed away. And I'll stay and look. These are... Before you go, I understand. I see you. I hear you. You can come keep me company whenever you...
next up on me. I'll strike you down! I'll strike you down! Fight is mine! I'm invincible! Arm has never failed me.
Don't let your guard down. You'll fall to my sword. You're nothing but a peasant. Be prepared for anything. Be prepared for anything.
Keep your beg for mercy.
Beg for mercy! Stay sharp.
do you think you're going? Oh, really? Lying to Dalrita? You've got guts, but no honor. Lucky for you, I'm always willing to give people a chance to earn it back. It's been a while since someone bested me. I guess I really have gotten rusty. Still, a win is a win. You can pass through. Just don't do anything stupid. Fran's berserkers have even less patience than I do.
There's no bounty, no prison. Just you, me, and the truth we find in the fight. That's the honest way. Let the fight... Around here, guilt isn't decided by words. It's earned or erased in combat. Still waiting for that duel? Or did you think we'd... Then stand and fight. Let's get it done.
I wasn't made to wait. I was made to end things.
Getting restless.
Careful. Well, well. I never thought I'd see Mabon flat on her back, especially no by the hand of an outsider. Now, what business do... So, you're after that snake, huh? I've been telling One Eye he's nothing but trouble. Sure enough, it didn't take long for another outsider to show up at my camp. Sometimes, I hate being right. That man doesn't have a single honest bone in his body. He came here to make deals with us. And who knows, maybe he'll stick to his word. But I don't trust him. Once a traitor, always a traitor, no matter who he's turning his back on. Still, I've sworn my loyalty to One Eye, and I'll stand by him to the end, whatever that may be. Anyway, he's at the temple, and before you ask, no, you can't get in. I'm not sure yet. First, I need to see if you're really as determined as you claim. I'm not about to share our secrets with somebody that's... I've got a potion from Therov, made for my warriors. He claims his... The thing is, I don't fully trust his brew. Here. So, how are... What the hell? Damn it, Therov. I wasn't expect... I don't know what you're trying to say. Just come sit by the fire with me. It should wear off soon. Feeling better now? Try saying something. Glad to see you haven't lost your sense of humour. Exactly why I've always told Therov he's full of shit. He's chasing the impossible. I knew it wouldn't work, but at least the potion wasn't dangerous. I wasn't expecting you to just go along with it. No Voker would accept a potion like that from an outsider. You're really determined to enter the temple, aren't you? No, I can see you're reckless, but I still don't know if I can trust you. Lucky for you, turns out. I need some... Don't push me, outsider. One Eye wants to make nice with the keepers, though if you ask me, no level in their precious pile of rocks to the ground is nice enough already. But he says that's no enough. He's looking to make a gesture of goodwill. Show them we're not here to conquer but to forge an alliance against a common enemy. And he's put me in charge of picking out a gift to send to the Horns of the South. You may laugh, but if One Eye thinks this is important, then it truly is. And it's no like you can trust anybody else here with something like this. Take Sobder. He'd likely just barge into the keep, punch somebody in the face, and call it a friendly spur. Aye, I've got one. I sent some of my men to hunt down bandits and told them to collect an ear from each one they killed. I thought of Ugwi make them into a necklace, but apparently, stringing ears on a wire is beneath his pride as an Ulfrite smith. Think you could help me put it together and deliver it to the Horns of the South? I know your lot thinks we're savages, but just so you know, it's no a tradition with us either. How else would they know we've been helping? The keepers probably wouldn't notice fewer bandits. They barely leave their walls. If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. I could have Ugwy forge an axe, but he doesn't see much difference between the Southerners and the Camlotians. No that I blame him. I can't either. I just take One Eye's word that it exists. But I don't trust Ugwy not to somehow make it insulting. As for my people, the Volker stripped themselves of any meaning a long time ago. The only thing we have left is the Berserker potion. But that's too precious to just hand over. It's no his skill, I doubt. It's his commitment. Though maybe I'm wrong. Fine. Why don't you talk to Ugwy?
Oi, keep your hands. Ah, that son of a bitch. Aye, I'm bloody ghostly shite. Good, but what are you doing here? Then you have a problem, but I really hope you'll try. Oh, you want... She wants me to do what now? And here I thought she was the one Volker who hadn't lost her damn mind. Bloody hell, this whole camp's gone mad, I swear. Must be something in the air around here. Fine, but I don't have the time or when it's done, bring it to me.
Could use some action.
Not too shabby. Just wait here a moment. Ah, now it's ready. A fitting gift for the keepers of the South. Now, scram.
Getting restless.
An axe? And you're sure they haven't just declared war? It looks solid enough. Good craftsman. And what's this? An inscription? Huh. I wasn't aware. I'll accept it, but cautiously.
I wasn't made to wait. Shit. Did you already give them Ugwi's? I just caught that idiot bragging about how he decided to add an inscription. Apparently it says Bleed of the Cowardly Dog. Damn it. Well, what's done is done. You head to the temple. I need to figure out what to tell One Eye.
We need to make a plan. Camelot will soon figure out something's not right.
Don't fret. To the Dolriada, honor matters more than life itself. We gave you our word.
But do you realize taking this temple was a terrible idea, right? It's just gonna speed up Camelot's intervention.
Taking the temple was inevitable.
Why? What do you mean? Are you trying to provoke Camelot into invading? Or do you just not like the All-Mother?
We believe in the same goddess, but we call her Mera.
That doesn't answer my question. What do you want? You don't look like you're from the tribes. How did you even get in here?
Whoever he is, I cannot say he lacks courage. We don't usually take visitors, so he must have found a way to get here. Well, that seems to be a matter for the Horns of the South. I do not need to be involved. I trust you to know what should be shared and what's best kept to yourself.
I don't know what kind of madness brought you here, flashing that pin, but my friend's right. You've got courage. So tell me, who are you and what do you need from me? Ha! Good luck with that. Only King Arthur can wield Excalibur. Caradoc. Well, that changes things. I had a feeling that pin you're waving around were his. Fine. Yes, every new captain gets a set of secrets passed down from his predecessor. And yes, one of those secrets is how to touch Excalibur and survive. But nothing in life is free. You know that. Galahad the Pure is breathing down my neck. And I hate it when somebody's breathing down my neck. Even worse, One-Eye's men says he's already set up camp at our old stronghold in the west. Galahad needs to die, obviously. That'll solve most of our problems. We'll just say he had an, unfortunate accident. But then, we can continue our talks with the tribes, and by the time anyone from Camelot decides to act... Yeah, it's that simple. Just flash that pin to his guards. They'll let you in without a problem. And now, excuse me, I have...
My bones itch for battle. Careful. Legs snap easy.
Why is everything always such a hassle? restless.
So, did you get what you needed from Vran, or... Huh. Weird place, this. Maybe a pict or two every so often, but... they're a different kind of strange. See you around, I guess.
Stop right there! Who are you? It's Sir Galahad to you. We're his personal guard. But you won't be meeting the knight until you tell us why. It's true that this pin obliges me to take you to the knight. But did you actually earn it? Go. But bear in mind that Galahad is not a patient. The door is open. You'll try not.
I can hear you! Who? It's shiny, sure, but you clearly have no idea. Waving a round table pin in front of a knight of the round table? Not normally I'd throw you out for your arrogance and stupidity. But you're lucky. I've got a... Where'd you get it? You mean you found Caradoc's tomb and robbed it? Interesting. And when exactly did this happen? I see. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So what do you want then? The one on the left was questioning my orders. They aren't. It wasn't. Marvelous.
worth of 100 men! In your eyes.
We may be in for a fight. You're no better than me.
Idle hands make dull work.
Oh, look who's here! Has the destiny of the South graced my humble abode? You just killed a knight of the Round Table and you have no questions about what it was for? Really? Well, if that's how you feel, fine. I promised, so here it is. You see, there are many legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you've probably guessed, is nearby. Have you seen the old gong in the sunken village? Many years ago, when people still went to shit in the woods instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only those who passed the ritual could become keepers. None of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. The Horns of the South abandoned the practice because, well, not many lads survived it. That's why nowadays it's Galahad who appoints keepers and the captain who chooses them. It's just, safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and sleep at its feet. Well, if you wake up, when you wake up in the morning, you'll know if you were deemed worthy. So first, you'll need to find a way to fix the gong, and since it's made of weird steel, that's not... Fortunately, Osbrit should be able to help. Just tell him I sent you. Go on.
If nothing happens by nightfall, I'm starting a brawl.
Why would you want to fix it? Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant, ancient statue that somebody tried... Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, Of course I can fix it. I've been doing this kind of thing. It's a skill we pass down from master to... Obviously, though, you'd have to bring me a couple... How did you, Oh, forget it. Here, that should do it. I have nothing to tell you.
Disturb my peace. You made an oath never to summon me again. Excalibur. Wait. Is it really you? You, who come from a time beyond. Show yourself before me.
It seems he speaks to me.
Allow me to answer him.
Welcome, old friend.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Even in this incomplete form.
Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory, yet I don't know how.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, not even one as great as King Arthur. Yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take the responsibility again. I salute you, my friend.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. I do not think I have the strength.
Your path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from you. And yes, you need to touch Excalibur.
Thank you, my friend.
And you, mortal. You have given yourself to the King's service. You are worthy of a place among the keepers of the South. Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. It always was. I deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus our pact is ended. You know where to look for your soul. Trust yourself, and when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right choice.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers. The enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them, Wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness, and in the end, he did. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. That's the question, isn't it? All those lives we sacrificed. Loyals, I grieved them all. I carried them with me at every... But it was for them that we pressed on. And that...
You've got that look again. Like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? The weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea. Immortality. One of a long line of the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they decided to go even deeper into the... Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. We could say I was lucky, but to say... Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win. Every scream, every scar. Fight back. You endure. That's what I do. You've seen what they did. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's... Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many, but know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and when that moment comes, I'll be there. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, you cannot kill me. But if you want to fight me now, I'll grant your wish. Face me, and let's see who's strong. I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's strong. Don't resist. Just I'll test your mettle in combat. Prepare yourself for a true... I'll test your mettle. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. Don't resist. I'll test your mettle. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. I'll test your mettle in combat. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. I don't back down. Face me. Let's see who's strong. test your mettle in combat. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. I don't back down. Your actions have consequences. Don't resist. I'll test your mettle. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. Don't resist. I'll test your mettle. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. Impressive hit, but it'll take more to defeat me. But it'll take more to defeat me. You'll pay for that. I'll test your mettle in combat. All right, that's enough. You win. This changes absolutely nothing, but I hope you at least... If you want the next piece, head to Connacht. The Menhir there is failing, and the weirdness is swallowing what's left. You will need to find another artifact. The shield that was given to Palamedes by the king. He was one of the king's finest. A voice of... Find the shield. And then,